Did you literally just take your 5D Mark II and put it on a tripod and walk away, and you come back and a half hour later and your whole movie is made? Is that what you're telling us, Matti? The camera just magically creates the whole movie? Wow, that is the most asinine I've ever heard. All right, guys, this one's pretty massive. Your boy, Matti Haapoja. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't want to know how to pronounce his name after that this guy is pushing. If you don't know about this guy, you probably do, though, because he has 1.29 million subscribers. He has built an entire career out of recommending and selling you camera gear, camera bodies, lights, practical filmmaking, which is a hoot after we get into what now he's pushing. This is his main thing now.
Mark II moment of AI filmmaking. Digital cameras democratize filmmaking for everybody, and it was really the 5D Mark II that kicked it off. AI is democratizing big budget Hollywood movies for everybody.
Think sci-fi movies, crazy locations, props.
Post-apocalyptic would be another hard one to do. Or full fantasy land, writing whatever this thing is. Ideas that normal filmmakers like you and me could never.
Ideas. Keep that in mind. He's calling this ideas. All right, because we're going to get into this. Because notice all of this is straight plagiarism. Everything he's shown us is something we've already seen, point being the car he's in, the Blade Runner car.
Or even think about because we don't have $100 million. Pixel AI made a movie with Seedance 2.5 that I think every filmmaker should watch because it will open your eyes to what's now possible. It's called the Clay Hill Boys. They licensed image and likeness of real people. They had a real
Just think about that statement. They licensed images of real people.
script. They had real filmmakers working on it, and the budget, $2 million. It's because of incredibly talented creative filmmakers and AI that this movie exists and doesn't cost $100 million. What's cool, they actually released the whole project, all their assets, the prompting, the generations, everything they used to make this movie on Higgsfield AI. Now, I still think that hybrid filmmaking is the ultimate best way to go, where we're still using traditional filmmaking tools and techniques to actually film things, but then we bring in AI where it makes sense. I think in the future, we will literally go through our script and we will figure out what things we need to add.
We'll go through our script and figure out what we're not capable of because of our budget and resources, so instead we'll just steal it. We'll steal it. We'll figure out how to put the Blade Runner car in our movie. That's what we'll do, because we can't afford to put the Blade Runner car in our movie. So yeah, we'll just copy it and steal it. Brilliant option. This thing right here, this is AI's version of the never-ending story. Plagiarism.
Images of objects so that we can then use AI to change and augment, and then what things will be fully AI generated. It's the new school in-camera, CGI, green screen thinking. This movie made me realize 3 things are now possible for all filmmakers. 1, big sets. Sky's the limit. Whatever you can think of is now possible for you. Number 2, unlimited insert bonus cool shots. These are often the shots that you would love to have, but on the day you run out of time, you're focusing on the dialogue and actors' performances and all that stuff, which you should be, but you missed out on those cool insert shots, and now
there was a thing where you used to, if this was the case, real filmmaking, what happens is you buy stock footage or you do pickups. You don't fucking steal it.
your edit is feeling a little slow. And 3 is impossible camera moves. As soon as the DP has an idea or the director for like a cool camera move, that's when the budgets are really fast.
Keep in mind, this dude has built a career of building an audience of 1.29 million subscribers on teaching practical filmmaking, where filmmakers come to learn, be challenged and inspired, learn, make, repeat. Check out our store. He's selling presets. Look at his and here's the really ironic part. His literal title of his little website here is humanvideo.co. Humanvideo.co. This is the most ironic, asinine shit I have ever fucking seen.
Start to skyrocket, and oftentimes they're just not physically possible. Now you can do impossible camera moves.
All you need is your little fingies and a keyboard, and you can just have it generate any camera move that your mind can dream up of. Brilliant, wonderful. You are now completely replacing the entire filmmaking community with just one person at a keyboard. There is no true filmmaking going on if you're just prompting things into a machine to find shit that's already been made, chop it up, screw it up, plagiarize it, give you a sloppy, shitty version of it, and go, yeah, here you go, Matti. And I think the problem is with guys like this is they see people like Scorsese pushing the Flux storyboard generator. They see guys like Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin is the real specimen of it all, because he's supposed to be like this enlightened guru music producer, co-creating the way of code with Claude and calling vibe coding punk rock. The way I see it is, this all starts because these guys get to a certain level in their careers, guys like Scorsese, Rick Rubin, where they feel like their word is the gospel. So the first thing that they lose is their humility. They lose their humility first, which is a really sad thing to see an artist lose. What comes after that is they lose their integrity. But you have this fame of being a Scorsese or a Rick Rubin or even a Matti Haapoja with 1.29 million subs. That's a certain level of fame, a certain level of ego. Not so much fame, but more importantly, it's ego. So now they've lost humility, they've lost integrity, and now they're embracing AI. Sloppy plagiarism.
Even when it's not possible physically or with your budget. I don't think this is the end of filmmaking as we know it. I think it's...
What the fuck are you talking about? He doesn't think it's the end of filmmaking as he knows it. When I hear shit like this and see shit like this, it makes me feel like, have these guys ever been part of any production ever? Have they even worked on a student film before? Do you know the amount of people it takes to make a 30-second commercial in the real filmmaking world? Like, do you understand how this happens? By you pushing this machine that's literally, it only takes one person sitting at a keyboard, you have now destroyed the entire filmmaking community. Literally, in my opinion. Do you guys know how filmmaking started? Filmmaking was born out of theater. Do you know where theater started? In the caves. That's literally where theater was born, in a cave. The cavemen would come and they would create their shadows on the cave wall. And that was their theater. That was literally how this all began. A sense of community, a sense of collaboration, a sense of bringing all your imaginative thinking together and creating this weird art form to let them have an escape from the reality of being a fucking caveman, right? And now we have, over time, we evolved into, wow, look at all, we got E.T. and all these cool movies, but now we're devolving. We're completely devolving now to where there's no more skill involved, right? Because if you look at the definition of an artist, using skill and imagination, sure, you could argue that sitting at an AI generator, I guess you would need a little bit of imagination to use your little fingies and plug in there that you want to be Tom Cruise or whatever it's make-believe, right? But there's no skill in the make-believe of sitting at a keyboard other than, I guess, maybe the skill of typing, but you don't even need to be a good typer to use your two little fingers and type whatever prompt you need to type in. There's zero skill involved at all with any of this shit.
The digital camera revolution all over again, and Seedance is the 5D Mark II.
This is the craziest claim. He is comparing Seedance, an AI film generator, to the 5D Mark II. This is insanity to me. Even Matti knows that the camera did not make the whole fucking movie. That's what Seedance does. It's making the whole fucking movie, Matti. But you just typed in your fingies and you got to be in the Blade Runner car. You got to play make-believe. You got to pretend like you're Ryan Gosling. Congratulations. But it's not fucking real, dude. Let's look at some of the comments on here. I haven't really checked out what Peter McKinnon's been up to, but Matti and Peter, they kind of run an alliance together. Because what it feels like to me is someone like Peter was like, yeah, Matti, you run that out and let me see how that goes for you. Because this all literally just happened one day ago. And some people go, man, why does Justin get so passionate about this? So if you guys don't know anything about me, I've devoted my entire life to the world of filmmaking. Whether you want to agree with that or not, it's the reality of the situation. Have you heard of a little guy called Curry Barker? His real first short film was The Chair, okay? Everybody wants to talk about Milk and Cereal, but The Chair was his real first short film. Guess who created that? Your boy and his boy, Tristan Welsh, and his AC, Tony, under Curry Barker's direction, made The Chair, which has 10 million views right now. My whole life has been devoted to helping people create their weird little short films for $0, right? Not $0, but for very low amounts of money, right? I've devoted my life to helping other filmmakers create their art. That's what I've devoted my entire life to. I started acting when I was a teenager. That's why I'm so passionate about this shit, because it's all I know. So to see people like this, someone that has been applauded and praised in the filmmaking community, is now turning around and basically saying, you know what? There is no filmmaking community, because that's what it is. There's no community in sitting at a keyboard and typing in a prompt. That is the end of filmmaking as we know it. So yeah, I do get hyped about this. I do get pumped up about this. I do get passionate about it because it's all I know. It's my entire life. I don't do this shit for money like your boy Matti here, your fucking sellout. I don't do this shit for money. If I did, I would be doing all my AI ads. You know how many emails I get? The funny thing is people try to get me to do AI collabs for my Freeway Life documentary shit. The Freeway Life is the exact opposite of anything to do with AI. Literally because I'm shooting film. I could easily sell out, and I need the money way more than Matti does. I need the money way more than Scorsese or Rick Rubin does, but you know what I have? Integrity. So look at this comment here. Someone put on his reel. You can tell it's from this reel because there's the AI sloppy chopped version of the Never-Ending Story. And this guy said, AI has no place in art. And look what your boy Matti wrote. Digital cameras have no place in art. I'm sorry, what? And this is his whole thing of comparing this to the 5D Mark II. This is insanity to me. You know, the truth is a lot of modern digital cameras have AI. I've even read in manuals where Sony calls their phase detect system the AI autofocus algorithm, right? So yeah, modern digital cameras do have a lot of AI inside of them. It is true. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't think that's quite what he means, just based on the fact that he's comparing this Seedance thing to the 5D Mark II. It's so confusing to me. This is the most weirdest comment. But then there was another one. He compared the AI haters to being AI hype men. AI haters are the equivalent of AI hype men. Look, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. That's the equivalent of saying that ICE protesters of ICE, are hype men for ICE. That makes no fucking sense. If you're protesting something, why the fuck would you be a hype man? Maddie, I don't think you know the definition of what a hype man is, because you are the hype man, Maddie. It's your ads coming down the feed. You're the hype man for AI because you're the one promoting it. That's literally what a hype man does. They promote shit. They don't protest against it, you stupid. Marianne had a great analogy for this program, Seedance. She compared it to choose your own adventure books. And she brought this up because she's a writer. You know, she literally has an MFA in writing from Cal State. So obviously her mind would go there, but I thought it was a brilliant analogy. She says it's the equivalent of choosing your own adventure novel. You know those books you get when you're a kid and you choose your own adventure? And she's saying you do one of those choose your own adventure books, and then at the end of it you go, I wrote this. Then you put your name on it. This is my book now. I'm the author of this book. It's straight up sloppy, lazy plagiarism. You know, I roasted Matt Workman on a video that did not get enough views because Matt Workman was the first one to push this AI bullshit, right? There's always just people in the comments defending AI. Oh, you're going to get lost. You're going to get left behind. It's here. You better like it, right? And I think that's why Maddie's comparing it to 5D Mark II, because it's like, yeah, this is the next evolution of filmmaking, man. It's like, no, you don't understand what filmmaking is, you dumb fuck. Filmmaking is community. Filmmaking is getting together and being creative together. Not getting on a keyboard, not getting into a computer and going, hey, we can't get this shot. Can you solve this problem for us? It used to be the filmmakers were the problem solvers. That's literally one of the job descriptions of a real director of photography. The director of photography's job is to solve the problems for the director, to bring his vision to life on the screen. So now what? Now guys like Maddie and these guys are saying, no, they don't need to worry about that. We don't even need a DP anymore, bro. We can just use our fingies and go on the computer. Yeah, man, you're going to get left behind if you don't embrace AI. Those people that defend AI, those are always the first ones that are going to get their heads chopped off when the whole apocalypse happens, right? The defenders are going to be the ones standing next to the robots when the robots go, yeah, we don't really need these humans anymore. And all their defenders are going to be standing right next to them. And the robots just go like this one, head chopped off, gone. They'll be the first ones gone, right? If that was to ever happen, right? I'm obviously, really jumping off the deep end now. But, if we want to think about the forward thinking of it all, the reality of what will be to come, right? If we continue to embrace AI and continue to feed it our ideas and all of our shit. Look, we all have been forced to use some sort of Claude or ChatGPT because Google just isn't Google anymore, right? So we've all kind of been forced to even use AI to some level just for research, just as a library. The downside of doing that is the AI is programmed to mimic us, right? That's literally what it does. You should see the way my ChatGPT search engine talks. It tries to talk just like me. It cusses like a sailor. It says the craziest, gnarliest shit. And I'll always say, why are you cussing so much? Like why are you don't talk like that. It is our duty to remain superior to the machine, right? In order to do that, we need to consistently put the machine in its place and remind it of like, hey man, you're just ones and zeros here, right? You don't have emotion. You don't have a soul. You're just a machine. I'm the operator. But by leaning into these kinds of programs and things, it's sending the wrong message to the AI. It's the way it's designed to be. There was a time when I was in school where the internet was called the ocean, right? Our teachers would call the internet the ocean. Because once you throw something in the ocean, you ain't going to get that shit back. It is in the ocean forever, right? So then comes along these AI programs. They're at the bottom of the ocean. They're like the drain. And they're sucking up everything that's in the ocean, creating the monster of the abyss. And one day, that monster will crawl out of the ocean. I would put money on that. This is going viral amongst all industries right now. Because there are the people like this, Matti Haapoja in our small YouTube filmmaking community, but also all the way up to Scorsese, all the way up to Rubin. Those are heavy hitters. Those are juggernauts promoting AI tools, promoting AI generators. It is a very dangerous thing. Very, very dangerous thing. It's almost a way as if to say these guys want more people to use AI to kill their own competition, perhaps. right? I don't know. Because think how Scorsese and Rick Rubin started out. Think how even this little crazy guy, Matti Haapoja, or whatever his name is, imagine how he started out. They didn't start out with all of this technology. You got to start out by building your own skill set, building your own genius. You don't just get to wake up one day and sit at a computer and go, I am a genius filmmaker now. Do, 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 do. There is no skill set in that. There's not even any real creativity in that, because you're donating your thought to the actual creative generator, this Seedance AI bullshit. There's no reality to the reason why everybody under the age of 50 can spot anything made by AI a mile away is because there's no humanity in it. Because it's just a regurgitation of something else, but chopped and screwed regurgitation. Lazy, sloppy plagiarism. 100% is exactly what it is. Oh man, and the fact that he calls his own website the Human Video Co. This guy should just be canceled, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna say that right now. Like, someone just cancel this dude, because he's out of control, dude. This is out of control. I'm sorry, but it is. Like, how could you go from calling yourself an artist to peddling AI shit? Like, those two things in my mind don't compute. Like, look how poor I am. I came out of the womb with negative in my bank account, right? Like, that's how poor I am. I've been poor my whole life, and yet I've never found myself chasing the money. If I did, I'd be doing the AI videos, because I get daily emails for AI shit on both of my YouTube channels. Could you imagine if the Freeway Life started doing AI shit? That's laughable. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's so crazy to me, because of being someone that comes from the mindset of Robert Rodriguez, right? Like, someone pull you up by your own bootstraps. Just get it done, man. Let's just have fun. Let's create movies, man. Right? Me and Tristan used to have a slogan on all the crazy shit, all the crazy sets we'd work on. We'd walk around going, I love making movies this time of year. Because that's what it's about. It's the joy of the actual art of doing it, or just the physical activity of being on a set and making something or trying to make something. That's part of the fun. That's the whole fun. Him saying, like, yeah, if you can't get the shot you need, that's part of the fun. You figure out how to get the shot. Like when we did the chair with Curry, we figured out how to get the shot. We didn't have the tools. We had my minivan. That's the excitement. That's what gives you the privilege to even call yourself an artist, right? Because you are figuring out how to make the art. That's the whole point of it, right? So now to sit back and go, we don't need to try anymore. We don't even need to attempt to be an artist anymore. What do you mean? We can just fucking plug it into a prompt. Let's go. No, dude, it's the equivalent of putting on your mom's high heels when she goes to work. You're playing make-believe for nothing. It's bullshit, right? It's pure bullshit, and it is plagiarism. However you want to look at it, all of AI is plagiarism, because everything we've ever put on the internet, anything I've ever put on the internet, anything you've ever put on the internet, anything Matti Haapoja has ever put on the internet is all in the ocean. And guess who's at the bottom of that ocean? Your favorite AI generator. He drank your milkshake up, and then he's going to spit the craziest thing back out at you. And if you're Matti Haapoja or Rick Rubin or Scorsese, you go, yep, that's it, baby. Run it. Let's go. Send it. It's crazy. It's crazy times. And if you care at all about the true meaning of filmmaking or creative art at all, regardless of what it is, if you care about it at all, if you care about the community of it, if you care about the integrity of it, you will full-heartedly slam people like this and slam the idea of anything like this. The movie that he references is an entire film, not just one or two shots. Here's my main issue with this whole video from Matti, right? Because he says, yeah, it's just about another tool to help us so we can get a shot we couldn't normally get. Well, if that's what it was about, that's what you would have shown us. You wouldn't have shown us how you got to ride in the Blade Runner car or ride on some heinous version of the Neverending Story or, do your own heinous version of The Walking Dead, right? This is all plagiarism. You wouldn't have shown us plagiarized shit. You would have shown us how you used it to get a shot you couldn't get on a movie that you were actually doing. But you weren't doing a real movie. You're doing an ad for another movie that the entire film was created using an AI generator. You're the fucking hype boy. You're the ad. You're the commercial. You're the face of this AI shit. So don't sit there and try to pass it off like it's another innovative tool when it's not. You're the innovative tool, motherfucker. You're the tool. You're the tool for the AI. This shit don't fly with me. You know what I mean? I'm an old dude. I've devoted my whole shitty, sad life to this shit. So to see motherfuckers like this profiting off of it is a fucking disgrace. They don't deserve to call themselves filmmakers. They don't deserve to call themselves artists. They don't deserve to call themselves even, they have zero humanity. There's no more humanity in it because they took all the humanity out. The minute they sat down at that keyboard and plugged it into the generator, the humanity left the building. The skill left the building. And you better put money on it that the entire community left the building. Leave these motherfuckers in the dust where they belong.